Hi. So this is my last end of the year video. Yeah. I had to think. But yeah. So this is my last end of the year video. And I just realized this has some of my favorites. There's my one of my female ultimate biases, Tiff. There's Myeongsil. Right there. There's Joshua. And there's Chaniel. And there's Baekhyun. And there's Baekhyun and Chaniel on my shirt. That's awesome. So I'm going to be doing my top 21 favorite albums of 2016. I know this video is going to be long, so take warning from what I said in the beginning and what I say right now and get you a snack. Alright, so 21 albums, and I have 4 honorable mention albums. So it's going to be quite a lengthy little video. That was redundant. Anyways, so the first honorable mention, I would have put this if I owned it. This is all albums that I own, by the way. So I would have put this on my top 21 list if I had owned it, but I don't. So it's BTS with their second full-length album, Wings, which was such an incredible album. So many great songs. It was just so good, and the solo songs were so good. Everything about it was really great. My favorite songs off of that, definitely Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I loved it. And I really liked Mama, which was J-Hope's solo. It was just so funky. And the chorus was so catchy. I was like, ah, hey mama. Yeah. And then my other favorite song on the album, Lighting, don't want to work, oh well, is Awake, which is Jin's solo, which was so beautiful, so emotional. And I was like, Jin was so good. So that is BTS's Wings. And then the 3 other honorable mentions are CDs I actually do own. So the first one is Taeyeon with her second mini album, Why. It was a great album. It just wasn't one of my really favorites. Even though I really love Why, the rest of the songs on here, which are good and fit with the album, I was kind of like, yeah, they're okay, I guess. But Why was the standout track on this, so that's why this is an honorable mention. Good album, though. The next honorable mention is EXO with their subunit album. So EXO CBX. Oh my gosh, I just realized I never took the photo card out when I came home. That's what I was forgetting. But yeah, this is an honorable mention. It was good. I like it. It's very catchy and the songs on here are really good. But there's going to be another EXO album that is on the list, and I tried to not have duplicate things on the list. So yeah, there's one exception. So kick me in the face if you want to. Actually, don't. That sounds really painful. And I'd probably call the cops on you. But this is a really great album, really catchy songs. And Chen, Baekhyun, and Jimin fit really nicely together. Favorites on that are Hey Mama, obviously, because it's so good. And I also really liked Cherish. And the last honorable mention is Going 17, which is 17's third mini album. I know you're probably like, oh, what? Yeah. Don't worry though, another one of their albums will be on the list. So yeah, but this was a really awesome mini album, and I enjoyed every single song on it because it's 17 and they have not disappointed me. And it's just a really great album with a lot of great songs. The mixed unit songs are so good. The unit songs are so good, and the group songs are so good. It's just a really nice listen, and it's pretty lengthy for a mini album. 8 songs. Go ahead, wait at 17. My favorites for sure, Beautiful, which is a mixed unit, and it is so good. I think one of the main reasons I love that song so much is Joshua has the second most amount of lines. So I was like, oh, this Joshua. And I also really love the performance unit song Highlight, which performance unit songs usually are not my favorites on the album, but something about this one, it just took me higher and made me feel like invincible and free. And I was like, ooh, I like this. I like it a lot. And that just, it turned out to be one of my favorites. And Boom Boom is really great. Also, Smile Flower, they all get to sing on that song, and it's so gorgeous. So 17's going 17. So, on to the actual list of 21 albums. I hopefully won't be like talking your ear off, but you know, we'll see. So coming in at number 21 is NU'EST with their mini album Q. They had 2 albums this year. This one is my favorite of the 2. It was really good, and I was happy that they came back because it had been a hot minute, and they switched up their sound. So they were doing a new established style tempo with Overcome, which is such a great song. It was very R&B based, which I'm a huge fan. So I love R&B, so it really was in my element. And then also the other song that I really liked on this album is Taegyok, or Bickering, and that one I liked because there was just so much JR parts, and he's my bias, so every time he gets a lot of parts, it makes my heart happy, okay? So coming in at number 21, NU'EST Q is. And then coming in at number 20 is GOT7 with their second full-length album, Flight Log Turbulence. This was such a great cohesive sounding album with a lot of songs. It has 13 songs, no instrumentals, no interludes, no intros, no outros, none of that bullshit. It was 13 full songs, so it makes for a really lengthy listen, and that's how full-length albums should be done, people. That's how they should be done. No little shenanigans, and I loved it. They definitely had a kind of different sound on this album than their previous albums, which really was enjoyable to me. And my favorites on here, definitely Hard Carry is great. Boom times 3, Boom Boom Boom, such a good one. I love Mark's part when he's like, what you gonna do? And every time he does that, I'm always like, what you gonna do with the dessert? Yeah. That's so random. And then I also really love No Jam, which is a really catchy, happy sounding song. And Jackson went in and he spit some hot bars. Like, it was like, and I was like, Jackson! It was extra raspy, extra deep, extra amazing. So, and the other favorite is Let Me, which is the last song. It's just mellower, smooth, laid back. You hear like the steel drums. It definitely gives like a kind of tropical Caribbean vibe while still having that like R&B style. There's a lot of like R&B elements on this album, which makes it really great to me. And I just love it with the steel drums in the chorus was like bump, bump. And I'm just like, that was so good. And vocals is always on point. Coming in at number 19 is SHINee with their album One of One. SHINee came back and it was so good, and they pulled off the 90s concept so well. Everyone looked amazing and the songs sounded incredible. Such a great cohesive album as well. A lot of cohesiveness this year, I've noticed. My favorite songs, I really love One of One. I just love it. I like it more than Tell Me What to Do. I just love the happy feel to that song, to One of One. It's catchy and everyone sounded really good. Everyone had a lot of great parts and it was amazing. And Onu, Onu. I don't know what to do with him at the moment, but I love his parts in that song. And my other favorite song is Tumyeong Uson, Don't Let Me Go, the ballad, and it sounds so rich when they all sing together, and it's in like a kind of like lower register, so it was kind of like them singing with a more deeper voice, and I was like, ooh, I like that, I like it. And the piano on that song was really great. And then we have number 18, with one of like the best solo artists of this year and one of the best voices, and he's fine. And I thank Shower 360 and Angels 2014 for saying, you need to listen to this. You need to get with it. And I got with it. And I am so glad that I'm with it because it is Dean with his mini album 130 Mood Trouble. Oh my God. This album right here, if you like that R&B, this album is for you. It's not like that traditional R&B or so it's not anything like a Alicia Keys or like a Fantasia or something like that. Not that style of R&B. This is more like a darker sound. This I would say kind of in the same kind of R&B category as like Tinashe, I guess Bryson Tiller. Girl, I don't like Bryson Tiller. Janae Aiko, in a sense, it's a really great album. Amazing songs. I have a lot of favorites on this. First one being Bonnie and Clyde. Ugh, something about that song was just so good, especially when the beat dropped, and I was like, "Ooh, I see you, deep." Also, really love What to Do featuring Crush and Jeff Bernay. Such a great song. Vocals from all three of them with Illin It. And then my other favorite is D, Half Moon featuring Gecko. Something about that song was just so good, from the piano in the beginning with his little ad libs that were like, love the stars. And I was like, oh, I liked it. It has a nice feel to it. Oh my gosh. I also really love I Love It featuring Doki. I love the whole album, okay? So listen to it because it is great music on this album. Great music. Dean, when are you coming back with the next album? So coming in at number 17 is a female duo rookie group. I've talked about them quite a bit on my channel recently, and it is Bolpalgon Sajungi. It's like Red Blooming Puberty something, I don't know, with their album Red Planet. Such a great album. Great songs. If you like Octong Musician, I guess Urban Zacapa, and like indie artists, you will definitely really enjoy this album because that's the type of lane they're going with in this, and super great. And they have really good songs, and my favorite songs on here, Galaxy, which is just so good, and I'm glad I discovered it by myself too, by the way. I don't know. It's a great song. And then I don't know, because some people were like, oh my gosh, so and so brought me here, and I'm just like, okay, that's cute or whatever. Okay. Should Not Only Love. That's Naman Anduen Yone, and that's such a really good song. It's really emotional and pretty vocals. And then my last favorite song in here is Sarange Pajosute, which is When You Fall in Love. Favorite song, emotional sounding, epic piano, epic lyrics, epic emotional feelings in the song. It swells up, and it's just such a great listen. The whole album, check it out. Bolpalgon Sajunki, Red Planet. And if I'm butchering that, I'm really sorry. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Don't hate me if I said it wrong, though. Okay. So coming in at number 16 is B1A4 with their third album, Good Timing. And I'm so happy it came out. It came out at a good time. Girl, bye. But it's such a great album, and I was so happy they were back. It made my heart really happy, and the songs on here are so good. So good. My favorites are Koja Maria, It's a Lie, which I love. Everyone has such a great part. Sandel's vocals at the end really took the cake for me. I was like, ugh, it sounds so good, baby. I love it. And then my other favorite song is Good Timing. Such a cute, happy, catchy song. It makes me feel really happy. I love the chorus of Good Timing where it's like, good timing, yes. And I'm just like, oh, that's so good. So beautiful day, na 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 na. Da, na, 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 na. Just listen to the album. It's really great. B1A4 back at what they do best, making music. Yes. Coming in at number 15 is IOI with their second and last mini album as 11. Miss Me. Yes, girl, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss all of them. Such a good album. I was so happy when they came back because I wasn't a fan of them when they debuted with Chrysalis, but I was a fan of them when they were going to make their comeback, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I get to be a fan when they come back. I was so happy. And it's such a good album. It's too short in my opinion though. But my favorite songs for sure is B1A for Jin Young's song that he composed. Wait a minute, Jump Gun Man. It's like the ballad, and it's such a beautiful song. I'm just like, vocal slay from Miss Yeonjung. Girl, you killed it. And then my other favorite is Ocheomyeon, which is by the subunit, which is only Pinky, Nayoung, Yoojung, Doyeon, Somi, Chungha, and Sohye. I think that's what I remember. And it was so good. Pinky gets a lot of lines. She's like probably my bias, tied with Sejong. I don't know. They're like neck and neck. I can't choose between the two of them. But she had so many parts, and I was like, oh my gosh, Pinky, you're killing it. Such a good song. It makes me feel like badass. I don't know. It just has like a confident feel to it that I really like. Trying to remember what I wrote. I have like my Word document. Oh, so number 14 is Monsta X with The Clan Part 2, Guilty. Such a good album. I'm gonna say that about every single album, TBH. But this is definitely my favorite Monsta X album in terms of all the songs together, if you get what I'm saying. Because sometimes they have one song on the album where I'm kind of like, But this one, I loved all 6 of the songs. But my favorite is Hi, I'm Sonia, White Girl, White, that controversial title. So, yeah, but it's such a cute, cheerful song. Doesn't fit on the album, but it really gives off this really happy, cute vibe, which Monsta X, as much as y'all are rude, y'all is very cute, so don't get it twisted, boo. But the rest of the album is great. Be Quiet with that beat drop. I was like, ooh, that's nasty. I like that. And what else? Queen was another good song. That's like the twerk song. Like, you twerking. And if you're not twerking, you're popping it like you are twerking, okay? So, yes. Monsta X, The Clan, Part 2. Guilty of twerking. So number 13 is Jessica with her album With Love J. This is the first mini album she released as a solo artist, and I was so looking forward to it because I love me some Jessica. And she did not disappoint with the album. Not at all. I said not at all. I love it. It's such a beautiful album. The songs in here are so gorgeous. They have this like kind of mid-tempo, almost ballad type feel where like the piano is like the main instrumental. Like piano and drums. And it's so good. My favorite songs, Fly, featuring Fabulous, which I was like, what? Fabulous? Like, that gangsta rapper? Well, he's not really gangsta, but he's like sort of gangsta, or he used to be. I was like, what? They doing a song together? I don't know how that's gonna go, but he really did a good job. It was a good verse. It wasn't no weirdo Kanye West JYJ weirdness. It was a good verse from Fabo. Also love Big Mini World. I love the percussion on that song, and I love the chorus. It's so catchy. I don't wanna live in a mini, mini world. I just love it. And then Golden Sky, which is like a song for the fans. So beautiful, so emotional. And I just love it. Unfortunately, though, like the English version of Fly was not that great because the lyrics were really cheesy. So we're just gonna pretend that never happens, okay? Okay. With Love, Jay. Ew.